Today is a very exciting day. We have Tyler back on the podcast.
Yo, yo.
What's up? So, Tyler, everyone's wondering, do you have a job yet?
No.
All right, you guys, welcome to the Talk More with Laura podcast. Welcome back. We took last week off. I was actually out of town last weekend, I guess I should say. Went back to Georgia to visit some high school friends. And yeah, Tyler and I went together. But today is a very exciting day. We have Tyler back on the podcast.
Yo, yo.
What's up? I felt like it would be fun to do kind of a follow-up to our first episode and just talk through some more questions and see where it goes.
Sounds good. I'll try not to babble as much.
Because, no, I felt like we both were babbling a lot last time. But I felt like the first episode was a lot of just like talking about our journey and like how we met. But like these are going to be more fun questions because I just want you guys to get to know us better, and these are just more fun to talk about. So to kick things off, silly, goofy thing of the week, I'm going to kind of twist this a little bit because I made a TikTok of Tyler recently, and it went viral. It got like 3.5 million views, and it was basically him wearing my clothes and my shoes. And I said, when your boyfriend wears your clothes better than you. And a lot of it was just like people recognize you from the show, I think. So that's why it went viral. But
yeah, I think it was pretty funny. I mean, it was pretty
funny.
It was pretty stupid too, but
it was stupid. So here's the thing. This is the silly, goofy thing about this topic. Tyler and I actually wear the same shoe size. And that's a toughie for me.
I got small feet.
I have really big feet. So for context, I'm 5'9", and I wear a size 11. So I have like huge feet. And I come from a very tall family, and like all of us have huge feet. My sister wears size 12. And then Tyler is a 9.5 in men's, which is an 11 in women's. So, yeah. But like Tyler's basically 6 feet tall, so like you're taller than me, but we have the same shoe size.
Yeah,
so
I mean, it works out.
Which is actually so funny because we share shoes all the time. Like are
we wearing the same shoes right now?
We are literally wearing the same exact shoes right now.
Look at that.
And there's so many moments where you'll be like over at my house and you don't have like running shoes, and I'm like, here, just wear these. It's actually quite nice.
Yeah,
I feel like we can just like switch, and
I enjoy it.
Yeah,
I mean, we kind of get flamed for it apparently.
We do get flamed for it, I guess, but like it's just the shoe size. Like, and I don't know, the sweatpants and a big t-shirt, like what's the big deal? Yeah. I don't understand.
And I thought I looked pretty good.
I thought you did too.
I got roasted though
we got flamed
on the comment section, but hey, what's TikTok for?
And hey, the hate is still attention, and I gained like 4,000 followers from that.
4,000?
Yeah.
From that?
Oh. Yeah. And then the other comment that we keep getting is that we look alike. So many people have said that we look like siblings. Isn't that bizarre?
I don't know. I mean, I think I kind of see it now.
I don't see it. I understand everyone's like, you guys have the same features, the same eyes, the same jawline, the same nose, but like, I don't look at us and think that we look like siblings.
No, I never had that thought before.
Ever.
We got those comments. But what's all the comments about like, oh, that means you're soulmates? Like, I never knew about that.
So many people have said that too. Like, they say soulmates look alike. Mm-hmm. And I guess it makes sense because, I mean, you generally speaking are attracted to somebody that is similar to you, I guess. But then when I look back on like exes, I don't know. I don't really like. I understand the psyche behind it a little bit.
I think it's half true. I think everyone knows that couple where they like look alike. They have a great relationship. They're just putting around.
But ever since the floodgates opened with this conversation, I've been getting so many TikToks on my For You page that are like, soulmates always look like each other. Like, it doesn't have to be sibling-esque, but there's always some sort of like when you look at a couple, you're like, yeah, they look alike in some sort of way.
Sometimes it's just a vibe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it makes sense.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I guess so. That's what people mean when you guys like, oh, you were made for each other. They're just saying there's some sort of similarity or
there's
pull.
Just some sort of vibe, some sort of aura we have.
Well, I'll take it then.
Yeah.
But we do have similar noses.
Yeah.
And a jaw. Anyways, let's not flatter ourselves.
Yeah, we're just like really good looking.
What do I love most about you? It's really what I see in my.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna open this up and.
Wait, before we do that, I know it's my birthday, but I did bring you a present.
Wait, stop. Wait, yes, it's Tyler's birthday today, you guys. That's what I meant to open this up with.
No, it's good. I'm not a big birthday guy.
No,
so
it's a big deal.
I don't
What
mind.
did you bring?
Just.
Oh my gosh, you guys! He brought me a Diet Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. I really spoil her.
Wow, thanks, babe. This is actually so funny because there was an episode I had a couple weeks ago where I was drinking this and like my manager was in the room and she was laughing at me because she was like, you work in fitness and you're drinking a diet soda. She thought that was kind of
that is
not good.
That's like a stigma.
Yeah. But I will say I drink Diet Dr. Peppers all the time. Mm-hmm. And I don't think it's bad.
No, I mean, I think it's a cheat code.
It's a cheat code because it makes you feel fuller, kind of. And obviously, the stuff in here isn't really that bad for you.
Watch it just be poison. Well, I've seen all those videos online where it's like you can eat like a tomato that has more aspartame than a diet soda. Oh, what a pleasing sound.
Wow.
You should have got a close-up of that.
I should have done like ASMR of that.
Yeah. People would have lost their mind.
So, Tyler, everyone's wondering, do you have a job yet?
No, I do have a job. That's funny. Back to the
so many people are asking. I'm like, yes, you guys, he has a job.
Back to the comment section online.
I can't deal with it anymore.
Yeah. How many of that question was on just that TikTok video? Probably
60. Over half. Yeah, probably like 70%.
Oh, and I'm just like, first off, none of your business. But second off, yes, I do have a job. I've been, how long has it been? 7 months now, maybe 8 months. Mm-hmm. I've been at X, formerly known as Twitter. I work in the ad space there. It's essentially a sales job for the social media platform.
Yeah.
And it's great. I hate it and I love it. You know, it's a corporate America job, but
I feel like it's just a job,
Yeah, and
pays the bills.
Yeah, I figured I would get into that sort of position because not many people know, but I was in medical sales for 6 years, from like 20 to 26 at a startup company, which was amazing. A lot of fun. It was a zoo. We started with like 50 people, and then we ended at like 300 by the time I left. But anyways, I do have a job, but
yeah,
I don't know if there's a follow-up question.
No,
to
it's
that,
just like he's working, you guys. Can everyone just...
Yeah. Are we going to talk about why I didn't have a job? Let's just move it on.
No, we're moving on. Okay.
I was on Mark's podcast. He's the host of Temptation Island. And so this coming Wednesday, I think it's like the 13th or the 14th.
This podcast will be live on Monday. So like 2 days from now, if you guys are interested or invested in Tyler's story, he is on Mark's podcast, Bonfire Talks. So he's clears up a lot of
we'll
some of this stuff. Yeah, we'll get into it. Okay. So this episode is going to be a lot of just like us answering some of the questions we received on my Instagram. And then it's going to be a lot of just about faith, fitness, and our relationship. Because a lot of the questions we received were catered towards fitness and faith. And, I'm very outspoken about my faith on my platforms. And so we got a lot of questions about that. So we're going to start with our relationship. And some of you asked what we do for fun, what do we have in common? And some people were asking if we work out together, do we go to church together, like all of those sort of things. So we figured we could just maybe answer that all in one. And I think that's one of the things that we really found common ground on from the very beginning. Like I knew you were really big into lifting and strength training, and obviously you knew that I was a personal trainer. So like one of our first hangouts was doing a lift together. And so that was like so much fun for me because wait, actually, do you want to talk about the first time we ever worked out together?
Oh no, PTSD.
Yeah.
No, it's good. It was good.
It's actually so funny. Do you want to tell a story?
Yeah, well, I mean, we were just kind of talking as friends at the time, just getting to know each other. And I was like, hey, let's get a workout together because that's kind of like where I first saw you was at the gym. And she was like, yeah, I think it was like the next day. You said, let's do a leg day. And I thought it was going to be more of like a casual, just kind of.
Like, because I didn't know him very well. So, obviously.
Yeah, because we had our conversation at the pool. We went to Bonnaroo, and we didn't talk a lot about like personal stuff. So I didn't know a lot about you. So I thought it was gonna be like get to know you session.
Yeah, more like not like kind of working out, but not really working out.
Yeah, the cute shit.
Yeah,
yeah. No cute shit.
No, so
not one cute thing happened.
So for context, so when Tyler met me, I was working at Next Level Fitness, and my days were jam packed. I was working like 10 to 12 hour days. And I basically, my mindset was like, I had to go in and out at the gym. I was quick with it. I had only like 45 minutes or an hour to work out. And so when I went in with you, I was like, this is what we're doing. And we were doing like box jumps and like.
Well, she asked me, she's like, what do you want to do? And I was playing it cool. I was like, oh, we'll do whatever you want to do. You can lead it. And she was like, immediately was like, okay, went and got 6 different items, set up a circuit.
Yeah.
And so we had to do different workouts at the same time. So there was like no talking. And I don't work out legs like that with a circuit. Like I'm more like
no. And looking back on it, it's actually so funny because you never do like box jumps like that. You never train like that. No. And so you like what the?
I'm freaking sweating out of breath.
You're like dying.
Dead. I'm sweating everywhere. I'm like probably got sweat down my butt crack. Like the most unattractive thing.
No, but then there's like a couple movements in there where you're like, I don't even know how to do that. I'm not doing that.
You know when you get the shakes?
Yeah, Tyler was like shaking.
And then I'll get done with the work. I'll be like, yeah, that was easy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But no, it was like so funny because you saw like Nazi side of me for sure. Because
yeah, you turned it on for sure. And then afterwards we were like, okay, well, catch you later.
Yeah, like, bye, catch you later. I gotta like leave and
freaking
go work.
Limping back to the car.
Yeah.
It was great though.
That was like really funny though because I was like. I felt weird telling you what to do in that moment. I was like, I really don't know this guy that very well, but this is what we're doing.
I mean, you were a trainer, so
yeah, I had to turn it on.
Yeah.
But to answer the question, we definitely found common ground on fitness, and we love working out together.
Yeah, we used to do it a
lot.
Yeah, a lot more when we first met. But then I started working out at night. But I would say we still get like 2 to 3 lifts in a week.
Yeah.
Together, which is huge because that's like 6 more hours of.
I do like working out.
Quality time with each other, and
and I can't say that I was that way with other boyfriends in the past. Like I used to like hate working out with them, but with you it's different. I do like it.
Thank you.
And then yeah, I think like just for fun, we just really like similar things in terms of adventurous things, being outside.
Yeah.
What are some things that we like to do? We like to go on runs. We like to go on walks. I don't know. We like to be active. Tyler has more hobbies than I do, but
yeah, and we'll kind of get into that about what we do differently.
Yeah.
But also self-improvement. It's a big thing because one thing I've noticed with our relationship is like we'll be done with a hard day. And then we'll really like process the challenges that we had or stuff that was bugging us. And I didn't do that a lot in my last relationship. It was kind of like shut off the world. It's just you and I. But, we're pretty involved at the end of the day in like trying to find the correct way to think about things if we're frustrated about them. And that's something that we do daily.
Yeah, we do that a lot.
Yeah, and it's tough. And then I feel like after we have that conversation, we can actually like really settle down and like watch a movie or watch a TV show. But especially for you, I've noticed that you really have to unpack some stuff before you can let your hair down, per se.
Oh, for sure.
He's like, we're going to talk about this.
Yeah, if there's like something on my mind, I wear my emotions on my face. Like I can't really hide it. So I got to process. But one thing that I love about our relationship is you truly are like my best friend, and
Mm.
I tell you everything, and I want to process things with you, and I feel like we just have this relationship where we just are best friends, and we do like I just love spending time with you. I don't care what it is, and then I feel like we have a lot of nights where we'll cook dinner, do our unpacking of the day, like
Go
we'll
on
just get
walks.
into it, and then we'll relax and watch a TV show or something.
Yeah, and I think concerning, our faith and our beliefs, what we do a lot too is sometimes start our mornings with honestly journaling. I mean, we don't
Yeah.
really talk during that time, but it is interesting sitting in just a silent room with somebody and reading what you got to read and then writing about it. And sometimes we'll talk about, because I like to babble, I'll just talk about like what I was processing that morning. So I would say that's kind of like a morning devotional thing that we
Yeah.
have in common, at least when we do have mornings together.
I'm going to bring this question in because I feel like it applies.
Mhm.
Someone was kind of asking about like what we learned during like singleness or like how it ties into our relationship now. So, what's something that you maybe didn't have in your past relationship that you like that we have now, or what? There was a question that maybe,
I have it here.
yeah,
It's what's your main takeaway or lesson from your last relationship
yeah,
that you have brought into the current relationship?
yeah, and that just triggered a thought for me when you brought that up, because in my last relationship, I didn't really have a guy that was very open about his feelings, and that was really frustrating for me because I do like to externally process with my partner and like talk about things and have this like you're able to really articulate what's going on inside, and you are always trying to be better and improve, and you have very much growth mindset. So I just trust that you will always um I guess what's the word I'm looking for? Know how you want to be better in a certain area without me having to like point that out in you or something.
Yeah.
Like you're already committed to growing your relationship with God, and you're committed to like becoming 1% better every day, whether that be like in the gym or physically or mentally or spiritually.
Mhm.
Like you already have that in you. And in my past relationship, I felt like I was like, hello, anyone home? Like I would have to shake him, and I would get so frustrated at the way he was unable to be self-aware or process things.
Gotcha. Well, I would say that's how I would answer this question because that was the lesson that I had to learn. So I'm glad that you're
Yeah.
recognizing that and validating that. Because I was pretty much just in my own lane, and I don't know if that's because I was married before, and I definitely tried to practice that a lot in the marriage. But then after, just in dating someone, I was like, "You're not owed, an explanation on my feelings." Or I guess I would just really like to process everything on my own. Um, so let's say we can just pin that down to like a lack of communication or self-awareness, emotional maturity, and being able to, communicate that with my partner. And so I would say that is my main takeaway or lesson that I learned in my previous relationship. As to what you were describing, you were more saying what you didn't have in your relationship that you have now. But if there's a lesson that you learned or something that you had to change in yourself in your last relationship, does anything come to mind?
Like in myself.
Yeah, like where's an area that you had to grow?
Mm.
And that's why I thought it was an interesting question because it's like, where did you drop the ball and, why?
I feel like I can answer this two ways. The first way for me, I think like looking back on it is I think like what makes a happy relationship and a happy marriage, well, obviously I'm not married yet, but one day like you let your
Nice plug there.
you let your partner be who they are without changing them. And I think that was the problem that I had in my last relationship, where I just wanted him to be different just because but that there was a lack of chemistry and a lack of like, okay, we're just simply not made to be together. Like, you know, yes, you have like a relationship with God and you're athletic, but we just aren't compatible in a lot of ways, personality wise. And so I think what I learned was, looking back on it, I probably did like nag him a lot, and he probably didn't feel loved by me in a lot of ways, because at the end of the day, we just weren't meant to be together. Because I think with you, it's just so different, because
Great answer, by the way.
you can have all of the things on paper. You can be like, you're athletic and you love the Lord and you're like kind and like all these things, but you are also like, we just have chemistry that no one can really explain, and we just get along so well. And I did not have that in my last relationship. It was just, I wouldn't really say he was my best friend, or
Yeah.
So it's just different.
No, that's a great answer. I think last thing on this before moving on was, it took us a bit of time to get to that point, because I felt like I had a learning curve of how you needed to be talked to, because you're very gentle, like you're a sweetheart. I mean, you do take correction well, but I don't know. It's just when you're talking about serious things and unpacking your day, you kind of have to figure out how the other person hears things. Because I remember they weren't fights, but I was saying something, and I was surprised at your reaction. Maybe you took it personal, or you thought I was saying something else. So, it was a fun couple months, and obviously I'm still trying to get better on, how to have communication with you. But do you remember any of those times early on? But yeah, so it
you didn't answer the question though, for the reverse. So what's your answer for this question for me? What did you not have in your relationship that you have now?
Oh, with you?
Yeah.
Well, first thing, I didn't know that's what you were. The reverse is interesting. I haven't really thought about that. But what comes to mind is a safe place. I think that's a game changer for me. And I felt that within the first few weeks of knowing you. Because I think for a man, if you are vulnerable and honest about your feelings, it can be taken as weakness. Your ego definitely takes hits. And I think if you're a man, or at least a young man in your 20s, having your significant other or just some friends where you can really just shoot the shit and be like, yeah, I'm really sucking in this area. You provide such an open space, and you always give me advice, but sometimes you're just like, yeah, that sucks. Like, we're going to get through this. So I would say that's the first thing that comes to mind. And that's everything to me now, because if I don't have that access and that safe place, like, I will be that guy that will just shut down and be like, all right, I'll figure it out on my own.
Yeah.
And then I'll freaking blow a steam 2 weeks or blow out the steams 2 weeks later. But I would say that's my answer.
That's a good one. Okay, so are there any challenges having a relationship that's in the public eye? And then how do you feature your faith in the relationship?
Yeah, having a relationship in the public eye, just to keep it short, I mean, it's not that public. I mean, it's public, but we're like...
Yeah, because...
We're not even on the Z list, So.
Yeah, because, well, I will say, yeah, we are to some extent, but you've been so quiet on your end on things because people have had things to say, and so we've just decided to be kind of quiet.
Yeah, and I don't post like you. Like, it's not my job,
Yeah, for me, it's a little different because I'm still proceeding like business as always with my content, and like I trickle you in here and there, but then with you, it's gonna be different.
Yeah, you've already got some mixed reactions.
Yeah.
Can I tell them about that one comment that was in the question? We'll just cut it out if she doesn't want me to say this. But someone was like, we want to see less of Tyler and more of you.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
And I'm like,
she's like, stop showing him on your page. We don't want to see him.
Yeah, and I was like, well,
I'm like, all right.
I'll just go kill myself.
Yeah, let me just go jump off a cliff really quick.
No, I just laugh at that stuff though. Well, I think what I said at first was like, yeah, that's probably best. But anyways, that's funny. I forget the original question now.
No, I think the only challenge really in the beginning was just like, I made a TikTok recently about like how we met and everything in our journey, and like just everyone thinking that you had gotten off the island, and I'm like, this happened so long ago, this is irrelevant.
Yeah.
You know, them thinking you were with somebody else when you weren't. So
yeah, it would be more of a challenge if I cared more about what people thought.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think you definitely have a better outlook on it, and I've grown in that so much in the last 2 months. I think I definitely took things more personally than you ever did in the beginning, you know, so anyway. It's definitely something I'm learning.
I've seen that in you for sure.
Yeah.
You know, and this is your first time kind of dealing with like just straight hate. Like, let's be clear, like
totally, yeah.
Yeah, just straight delusion and hate. And obviously I do care what people think. You know, I care about people and perception, you know, let's be honest. But when what I'm talking about is that straight hate where it's like
just a complete stranger that has nothing.
Yeah, like no advice, no questions, like, just like, you know, I hope you die tomorrow. You know, I'm just like, okay. I'm like, that's just kind of comedy, you know? Anyways, I'm dealing with it well, making jokes about it and crying at night. So
yeah. Goes home, cries. So okay.
Wasn't there another question in there, the first part of that?
The faith one?
We already kind of talked about that, like featuring the faith in the relationship or on your platform, because I really don't talk about faith that much.
I think people were just asking more of like, how do we go to church together? Like, what does it look like in our relationship to keep God at the center? And we kind of talked about this in the last episode. And if you haven't listened to our first episode, I will link it below so that people know. But let's just touch on it really quick. You don't want to?
No, I want to. I mean, for me, it's go to church together, do devotionals together, and pray together.
Yeah, those are the three things we do. I don't know, but we also are just so committed in our own personal lives to have a relationship like that. I know. Excuse me.
Nice burp. Ooh.
Whew, okay.
Sorry, that was my fault, actually.
Yeah. Why did you give me this on my podcast? Not a good move.
Gotcha.
But I just know that your relationship with God is like number one in your life, and you know that about me. So that's what makes such a like beautiful, fruitful relationship when we come together, in my opinion, because I know that, you know, you're not giving out.
And I think that's what God is, or should be to people, is that, you know, he's just the highest aim of good, you know, and that's why when like you pray, essentially what you're doing is being like, where can I get better? You know, you're not like rubbing a genie in a bottle and just hoping shit changes. It's like, show me clearly like where I can get better, you know, where I have the favor to get better. And that transcends all areas of life, you know. And so if someone believes in God in that sense of like, you know, I have, you know, a really good, relationship with God, it's essentially when I hear that, I'm like, I have a really good relationship with refining myself, you know, for the sake of other people, for the sake of the future. You know, I sacrifice things in my life for the sake of a better tomorrow. And that's something that you do so well. So when we just go about our daily lives, like it just kind of shows up. Yeah. And I think when you talk about faith in the Bible, it's like that's the verbiage on how to communicate that. And that's what verses do so well. And you know, devotionals, it's like, it just helps you communicate that process. And so
I think also just having God at the center in our relationship brings this new like level of trust in you too, because I know that, you know, we're both on the same page with so many things when it comes to that. And if shit hits the fan, I know that you're going to turn to your relationship with, you know what I mean? Like there's that trust of like, okay, moving forward in our lives together, when we reach these moments of hardship, like I know that we're both rooted in this. So like we're trusting in this higher power that has a plan.
Yeah, and that's huge.
And I think that is like so big in just the way that we like treat each other and treat others too.
Yeah.
It just feeds into everything.
You know, it reminds me of that verse of worry about nothing.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's kind of what you were describing there is like, you know, if shit does hit the fan, you know, because life is just going to be probably a series of unfortunate events with really hot, like good stuff sprinkled in there. But, you know, if you know your partner's not going to like lose their mind, you know, and they have a good foundation, hell yeah, sign me up. I want that in my relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but, and obviously that's why I love you, boo-boo.
Love you.
Ew, gross.
Ew. Yeah, Tyler and I have some like really wild
Okay, we're
names for
moving
each
on.
other. No, but it's like it's so funny to us. Like when we say it, we laugh, but then we're like, if anybody else hears us say this, they're gonna think we're so weird. It's like a joke.
Yeah.
It's like a running joke. Okay. Fitness. Do you want to talk about like somebody asked kind of, we'll do diet and fitness, but somebody was asking if we eat similarly and stuff. And Tyler was actually vegan for like 7 years and now you eat normally. So do you want to talk about that? Like, because when we first met, I didn't really have a problem. Like I knew that you took your health seriously and you ate really healthy. You were just eating like egg. You were vegan, but you were eating eggs. So
at the time, yeah.
So at the time, so you would just like bring your own like meal preps over and stuff, and then a few weeks went by in our relationship, and then you decided to eat yogurt, and then we went through like a steak stint when we were making steaks every night. So now Tyler basically went from like vegan for 7 years to being like carnivore.
Hey guys, a woman changes you.
Yeah. Do you feel like I had a lot to do with that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you were vegan, I probably wouldn't have switched.
True.
But I felt I did my time. And I won't get into that whole reason why I did that. But yeah, when I met you, I think one thing I learned from being vegan is like you don't want to be high maintenance, you know? And so whenever I went out with friends or whatever, I wouldn't talk about food or like you know, pitch in ideas of where we should go eat. I was like, wherever, I'm along for the ride. And then with you, I was kind of the same way because I was that guy that always had a backpack.
Yeah, and like I brought things.
I had food at all times, you know. So it was never a weird thing. But, you know, obviously now we do eat a lot more similar stuff. We cook
a lot.
Dinner, like I cook for you a lot more. When we go out to eat, we'll share stuff. So it's definitely easier now.
I love the way that we love the same foods though, because we both don't really love like sushi or like fish that much. Like I'll eat salmon, but it's definitely not my top. We both love Mexican, so we eat a lot of the same foods every day because I feel like we're both very comfortable and okay with eating like the same foods every day, which, as we all know, is like the code to fat loss. If you're eating like eggs and yogurt and whole foods chicken, all these things, like we both have the same diet now, and that makes it a lot easier.
I think one of my favorite things about you is it's not your whole personality, because when you see someone as fit as you know, and shredded, you know, you're kind of always wondering like, are they that person that's just meal prepping, they don't go out to eat, you know, do they have a weird relationship with food, you know? And you don't, and I love that, you know.
Yeah, because we can both have pizzas and like.
Yeah, like
we binge too. Like I don't want to make
I'm
exactly.
eating good
I don't want to
today.
make it sound like we're exactly. Like I love that too. That we're not like sticklers.
And that's why if two individuals have a great relationship with food, to where you know you're not always condemning yourself, you're not starting a new diet every week, you're not feeling weird about your stuff. Like you're just in the groove. You know how to eat your macros right. Like you can have fun in your relationship and just be freaking normal. And so I would say we're surprisingly normal when it comes to food. I don't know, maybe not to the average person. We're probably pretty anal. Maybe we're just like
I feel
conditioned now, but
I feel like I have friends that are like
last night we were trying to figure out what to do for dinner. She's like, I think it's just kind of a protein shake kind of night. Which is not normal, but
Tyler and I have those nights where we'll just like eat straight protein for dinner. But I love that about you because you like get it, you know? Like to somebody else, like that's probably like psycho and weird, but we both understand.
Yeah, macros are a little off today.
We're both just like making protein shakes for dinner. So
I'll be like, that's my girl.
Yeah. You like understand. But
so weird but normal, I guess.
I feel like but we're not afraid to like go eat like chips and queso or like go get pizza.
And one thing we don't do is fast food. Let's be honest.
We don't. We never really.
I've never had McDonald's with you, Burger King, Taco Bell.
We've gotten Chick-fil-A one time together. That's it. But that's it really.
Yeah, only once too. So.
And then, I feel like a lot of people are asking about drinking. I get that question a lot on my Instagram, and just people, and I try to share like pictures of my drinks and stuff on my Instagram to let people know like I'm not like I definitely drink.
Yeah, Instagram drinks first.
Yeah. Like I think my rule of thumb is I do love to have a drink. Okay. Like I feel like there's different viewpoints on like the health side of it. And I think that's my stance where I don't like to completely binge out drinking like multiple days because I genuinely don't feel great and it is added calories. But when it's the weekend, if tonight's Friday night, it's Tyler's birthday, we're going to have a couple of glasses of wine, I'm sure. And that's great. Like, but I drink like wine and margaritas really. That's like all I really drink. But I think when I first started my fitness journey, I kind of made it a rule to do 1 day a week I chose when I was drinking. So it's typically kind of what I do now where I try not to drink throughout the like Monday through like Sunday through Thursday. Like we'll have a glass of wine here and there maybe, but I tried to not just because it is added sugar and calories. But then like on Friday and Saturday, I don't really like restrict myself. And
but naturally, you'll still land pretty low on the drink count.
Yeah.
So you don't. What do they call? Go on a bender.
I don't go on a bender. Yeah.
And I feel you're a lot better with that than I am because I would
love
have
a glass of wine.
I would have a drink every single night,
Yeah.
and I probably would if we didn't hang out so much. Because you're not drinking every night. And that's something I honestly want to get better at. And I am also the type of guy that every month I will like probably drink a little too much, not to where like I'm blacking out or getting sick, but just to where you feel like shit the next day.
Yeah,
at least for the first couple hours.
I get hangovers after drinking 3 drinks. I'm just a lightweight and will have a headache after 3 drinks.
Yeah, but in the conversation about fitness, if macros, honestly, you can budget for it. I mean, the sad part about alcohol is it is empty calories. Mm-hmm. So the macros don't exactly work out the same as like, let's say other liquid calories. But, you just got to go with the flow. But just have a good relationship with it. But yeah, we're not having conversations like, hey, you need to stop drinking.
Yeah, no. It's not like that.
At least not yet.
Yeah, no, I feel like we're both kind of good with the balance of it all, because I think there's this whole wave of like not drink, like of fitness people on Instagram are not drinking.
What was that podcast guy that started that? Andrew, he's the Stanford neuro.
Oh, I don't know.
He was the guy this was the podcast that came out that was just so viral, and they did the tests on alcohol and on a weekly limit, where does it start to have a negative effect on sleep and fitness?
Oh, yeah.
And it was 2 to 3 drinks per week, whether you split that up into 1 a day or on the weekend you have 3 drinks. And that's where everyone was like, oh shoot, I'm going so, because
that is pretty crazy.
Because at the time the perception was a glass of red wine.
It's like good for you. It's good for your heart.
Yeah. And then, I wish I remembered his name, but he was like, yeah, that's bullshit, And so that was like a total fad. I did dry January last year, but that's the longest stint I've been like without a drink is 4 weeks.
I did that before I got my surgery. I got tonsil surgery in 2023, and I didn't drink for like 6 weeks just because every time I would drink, I would get strep throat. Literally, I got strep throat like 20 times within 6 weeks.
Wow.
I'm not exaggerating. So anyway, yeah, I did that. That was kind of my stint of like dry October. I did 6 weeks of it, and it was definitely a good reset for me. I'm glad I did that. But I do like to socially drink. Like, in my opinion, if I'm out with friends that are also drinking, like, it's hard for me not to have a drink. Like, I would rather not go be social. I would rather stay home than go and not. I just like to be a social drinker. And
therapy.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. Like, obviously don't be an idiot and don't black out, but,
At the very least. But I mean, it's therapy. Go out with a couple buddies, have a drink. Like, in the overall health spectrum, it's probably good for you.
Right.
But yeah.
So I'm definitely not a stickler on it. I know there's a lot of fitness influencers that are sticklers about it, and that's completely fine. But for me, so there it is.
Hell yeah, brother.
Anything else?
What do we have in common? We talked about that, but a few things we don't have in common.
Oh yeah, this is a good one.
And this brings up the hobbies thing. Like, I'm really big into, I don't know, music, I guess you could say. Love playing guitar, love writing songs and recording. Actually working on something right now, which is more tailored towards Lauren's style of music.
Yeah.
Which is great music, but then also something we don't have in common is, like, I love metal.
Tyler loves metal music.
Like some like Meshuggah, Periphery, like the whole works.
It's like so concerning. Like, we'll be at the gym and he's like, listen to this one. And I like type it in and I'm like, oh my God.
The song is like,
I'm like, you actually think this is good? Like, you actually like this? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, that's concerning.
Like, the song title is like,
who hurt you as a child?
The song title is like Bleeding Before Death. And I'm like, check this out.
So yeah, that's definitely something we don't have in common.
It's like at Hell's Gates. I love it. It's euphoric.
It's so euphoric. Yeah, but Tyler, loves. I mean, he's obviously like not obvious. I don't know if this is obvious to some people, but you're so good at music. You love playing guitar in your free time. That's kind of your therapy.
Yeah. A hobby.
It's a hobby.
And I will sneak away. Like, I would say most of the times when we're not hanging out, you'll text me and ask me, what are you doing?
Yeah,
what are you doing?
He's always playing music.
I'm like, playing music.
Which I love. I love that you have that.
Yeah, so music's a little different. Also, I love a good nap.
Yeah,
all right?
Tyler loves a good nap.
It's quiet. Maybe it's just kind of like raining outside a little bit. I'm thinking about a nap.
Yeah.
And then you are thinking about something happening from 6 years from now.
Yeah, I'm like, no, but we have to do this, and this. That is definitely something that's like different between us. I feel like I'm definitely more type A than you are in that way. More structured and
yeah.
Wait, this is actually funny because you said something the other day. You were like, we were just both having like a hard week. This is a couple weeks ago. And I was like, all right, well, I'm going to go record a podcast tomorrow. And you were like, that's exactly what I'm going to say on the podcast. I'm going to be like, I love Lauren, but I hate Lauren because she's always like
doing something.
And that's actually something that I'm working on, you guys. I'm not saying that that's good because I run into the problem of feeling guilty if I'm not being productive. So I'm actually trying to incorporate more hobbies into my life.
Yeah, well, you work super well being high functional. Like, you don't like crash out and get snippy and rude. Like, a lot of people that are like high, like, let's just say uptight, but you don't get like uptight. Like, you're a high performer, but you always keep a good attitude. Me, I'm different. Like, I'll crash out, get grouchy, make bad decisions. And so, and just knowing myself, I know if I shut it down for the next hour and like shut my eyes, I'll come back stronger than before.
Yeah, I've noticed that about you too.
Yeah, and that happened, I think it was last night before dinner. Like, I was like, you're like, what do you want to do? What do you want to have for dinner?
You're like, just give me 2 seconds.
Well, you're like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I probably want to do what I'm doing right now. And I was like laying on the couch with my eyes closed.
Yeah.
But I slept for like 10 minutes and then I was back. But yeah, I can flip that switch off pretty easy.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely something that's different.
Very different. And you love your morning chores. That's very
Immediately.
different. I'll come over in the morning and she's
I'm
doing
just banging on the
the
walls,
dishes. Like this
doing the
morning,
dishes.
it's like 7:10 and you're mopping, you're doing the dishes. I'm like, what is going on right now? Chill out. So
Yeah, so it's definitely something that
wife material, I might say.
I am a wife. What can I say?
Yeah. And the last thing on my list was action movies. I love James Bond, Dark Knight. And you can watch those movies for about 10 minutes before you're just off doing a new chore.
Yeah, definitely get that from my mom. Yeah, I feel like you have a lot of hobbies, and I'm honestly something that I admire about you because I want to be better about. I feel like you have a lot of different interests and like you're just good at everything, but I just have my one lane, and then if I'm not doing my one thing, then because what happened is my one hobby really was working out, and now it's my job. So I'm like, okay, my one hobby that I had is now. Because then it like in my free time, since I am in social media, I have to come up with creative ideas. And so a lot of like my free time is spent coming up with creative ideas. And the way I do that is just going on walks without my phone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually getting a dog, you guys. So that's going to be my new hobby. That's actually why I'm excited to get a dog, because I'm like, I want to take it to the dog park, and like if it's a Sunday, we can like go to the field and just like play catch with it. That's gonna be a really exciting new hobby for me.
Yeah. That's gonna be awesome. I had an intrusive thought. I'm sorry. But would you ever let me have a soundboard on your podcast with like sound cues of like laughing and like, aw? Because when you said I'm getting a puppy, I just heard in my head, because we're in a silent room.
Or like, wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, or the
yeah.
Anyway, sorry, I heard
that is such an intrusive thought. That would be hilarious.
When you had this look on your face when you were saying I'm getting a dog, you looked around because you were looking for like validation.
I wanted like some sort of.
But yeah, that's gonna be super exciting.
Yeah.
We need help with names.
We do. So if you guys have any name, it's gonna be a boy golden retriever.
Yeah, Baxter's
like the only name I have right now. So I'm not obsessed with it. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm. But I think we answered most of the question.
What time are we at? Sorry.
It's 12:03 and you're at 48 minutes.
Oh yeah, this is perfect. Let's just wrap it up.
Do you want to wrap up with the philosophical other thing, or just go ahead and say you're getting a puppy? See you tomorrow.
Let's just wrap it up, I think. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Well, this has been so fun. I feel like this is a really lighthearted.
I hope you don't dump me after you get a dog.
Fun. Why would I do that? I'm going to need you more than ever. What do you mean?
Because I'm a lot like a dog, and you're going to be like,
no, I'm
this one's
be
better.
Who needs you?
Yeah, who
Tyler
needs that
anymore?
Sorry.
That guy. No, I'm going to need your help. I'm going to need to train it and figure out how the heck I'm going to make it obedient. And
I trained my cat. I'm ready.
So I'm definitely going to need your help.
Anyway.
But anyways, this has been so fun. Thanks for coming on, Tyler, and happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys, I hope you guys liked this episode. Please let me know any feedback, any other things you guys want to hear about. We'll likely be back on soon. So yeah, have a great day. See you guys next time.